Andrew is with us in North Carolina. Hi, Andrew. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
How you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, first, really quick, thank you so much. You've been such an inspiration to my wife and I in terms of getting on the same page in our marriage with our finances.
Cool.
And then a quick question. I think just for context, we're on baby step 2, but we purchased a modular cabin from a company in Tennessee to be like an in-law suite to help with childcare. And fortunately, we don't have any debt for that, but we got a notice that that company is filing for bankruptcy just over a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know nothing about, like, their assets or anything like that. So I guess the question would be, that we're trying to be, I guess, all intense about baby step 2. Should we try to hire a lawyer to look into their assets and see if there's anything to recoup on this? Or
how much money did you give them up front for the cabin?
It was a $50,000 check to start the cabin.
While you're in baby step 2?
Exactly. I mean, this wasn't a decision that we should have made, but it's a decision that has been made, and there's family reasons for it. We read boundaries that you recommended, and we're really working on that now. But needless to say, this is the situation we're in.
Okay. Do you owe the $50,000 to someone?
We do not.
So you prepaid. You prepaid for the cabin to be pre-engineered, designed, and delivered to you.
Correct.
In advance for 100% of it.
No. That was the payment. And we went to the site for this place everywhere.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking what the terms are. So you put up $50,000 for a deal that's how large?
100.
Where are you going to get the other 50?
We have the other 50 in cash. Again, this was an in-laws sell of a home that had money, and the point was to give them a new home.
Okay, now the cabin company is supposed to deliver you the package and you all build it, or they're supposed to build it on your site?
No, they're supposed to build it. We prepare the ground. Mm-hmm. They deliver the cabin. Okay. But obviously we got notice of bankruptcy, so I would assume that they are.
No, I don't think that's I don't think they filed Chapter 7. I think they filed Chapter 11, which means they're operating the business. Now, you are a creditor of that business. They do owe you a cabin or $50,000, one of the two, right? But my guess is they're intending to deliver the cabin still.
Okay.
They probably didn't bankrupt on their customers. They probably bankrupted on their vendors.
They're not responding to emails or phone calls anymore. So
maybe they did close up. I don't know. I know the company, and I heard they filed bankruptcy. I know the company, and I heard they filed bankruptcy, but I didn't know that they closed completely. I thought it was a Chapter 11. If it's a Chapter 11,
because literally 3 or 4 weeks ago,
have you got the bankruptcy notice?
I can probably pull it up in a.
Okay. If it's a Chapter 11, you've got a shot. Chapter 11 is a reorganization where they don't pay some of their creditors and they continue to operate. If it's a Chapter 7, you lost $50,000.
Okay.
You're not going to get anything
to do about it, right? I mean,
there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it, and there's not anything you're not going to get your money. If they went so far down that they're closing up, they're not going to send you the logs, and your money's been gone a while.
Gotcha.
And you can't get blood out of a rock, and you don't have any preference over any of the other creditors. If there is any money after they liquidate all the assets of the company, they will distribute it to the creditors, and you will be on the list. You could file a notice.
Gotcha.
You'll get an opportunity to file.
Anybody for that?
You can, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money on it because you're probably going to get zip. My better hope for this disaster is that it's a Chapter 11 and they're continuing to operate, and they've just shed themselves of some of their other debt, but they're going to continue to try to keep the thing open. And the only chance they've got of doing that, of course, is to continuing to make cabins and delivering them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry, I can't.
that's okay.
Easily
What did you?
I just have to sign the paper. I have the paperwork. I just don't have it on me.
What did you? You know. So this is your mother-in-law. How'd this deal happen?
Oh, it's like I said, it's a situation where we've had an in-law that we've been caring for, and just poor boundaries, and we were in a situation where we wanted to have them close, but not in our physical house, and so that's what helped us decide to make this decision.
Okay. All right. I'm looking online, and I think it is. I'm trying to do it while I'm talking to you, and that's kind of weird while I'm on the radio. But I think it's a Chapter 11, and so I think you got a shot. I may be wrong, but because I'm just glancing through what I'm seeing here.
That's the moral of the story, though. Is if it's Chapter 7.
If it's Chapter 7, Chapter 7 is what we all think of when we think of bankruptcy. That's the atomic bomb. And any of the thing is shutting down. They're going to sell off any equipment or assets that they have, and they're going to pay out to anybody that is owed money, including you. But that means that there's not much there for them to do that with, and most Chapter 7s, the creditors don't get any money, or you may get $5,000 or something on your $50,000, okay? Because they don't have any money, that's why they close down, right?
Correct.
And they're not required to do anything else. That's the point of a Chapter 7. It wipes the slate clean. A Chapter 11 is a reorganization bankruptcy for businesses or large personal situations, and that is they submit a plan to the court to pay some of their creditors in different classes, and they continue to operate. I'll give you an example. Okay. Many years ago, Kmart filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy before it finally did go broke 2 decades later. When it filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, what they did was they had a bunch of empty Kmart stores they were still having to pay rent on. Their plan was they cut those off and didn't have to pay anything. Their plan was don't pay those landlords anything, and that way we become healthy enough to keep the current stores open and running and keep those jobs in place. The judge approved that plan, so those landlords all got their properties back with these empty Kmart buildings on them, but got no money. And then Kmart kept operating, and so if you had something in layaway at Kmart as a customer, you could have gone in and got your layaway. You didn't get screwed, right? But if they'd filed Chapter 7, then everything's sold off, and what little money is there is used to pay towards creditors in order of preference. There's a preference order on creditors in bankruptcy. So that's what you're facing, and I wouldn't spend a lot of money chasing money. I mean, I spend $500 to file the paperwork in case I'm in line as a creditor, and you should get a notice of creditors and that kind of thing if it's a Chapter 7. But that's the but if it's a Chapter 11, I think you'll probably get your house. Not sure you're going to want it. Not sure you should have done it. I know you should have done it, but I think you'll probably get it. Sorry you're going through this, though.